All right, folks, this is Jamien's place. We're over in Founders. It's raining a little bit, but it's all good. It's nice and bright outside still. Let's go on inside into this elevated plot over here. So we have like some natural barriers. We're against the, this is actually a pretty popular plot over here in Founders. Again, because you have like these natural barriers, like you have the hillside here, you have the mountains behind us. And as we go in, we can already tell like they filled out a lot of the spot with like different trees and what have you to give that kind of established look, like, oh, they've been here for a while, or at least they carved out this foresty area to make it their own. You know, they offered some greens to give a bit of foundation for the trees, which would otherwise look a little bit naked if they don't have any clothes on, so to speak. Some of them have the bigger greens, which I love having. I mean, they took up huge budget, but the look and fidelity that you get from some of these greens is fantastic. The rocky path here takes us to a couple places, which totally makes sense, like the well. We have the loo right over there, flight point. You know, what'd be cool is if at some point they have like a certain outdoor or maybe indoor decor that gives us like this, like a trail. You know, it's kind of like a flat texture, but it gives the illusion of like a weathered out, a very walked through trail. That'd be pretty neat. Here we got a popular take, the hot tub under the trellis. I'm sorry, under the gazebo. And then we overlook this imposing thing right over there. They have is that floating, or is it like, I don't know if it floats, but we have like this caravan looking thing over there. A little bit scary, but their answer to that is this windmill. So like the boss of the house is like, yeah, okay, imposing tower. Look what I got though. I got a freaking windmill. Oh, what about now? I don't see a windmill on there, do you? Nope. It's just floating. So +1 for the boss here. Around the spot, they did decorate around the house too. So we have like this observation spot where we can sit here and seethe. All right. Yeah, we can definitely seethe over what's good. All right. Anything else around the spot? We do. We have a bunch of more greens and also an extension to the house on the side here too. And inside this spot, so we have the hot tub over here. Here we got the bathtub on this side. Very brave, but at the same time, you know, you got everything you need here. It's nice and isolated. If someone really wants to get in, then it's like, all right, you peep on me. You deserved it. Enjoy the show. But we got everything we need there for like this whole like self-sustaining bath. Yeah, we actually have like the whole bathroom here. So it wouldn't surprise me if there was no bathroom inside the house at all. I mean, hey, not everyone gets like full plumbing and all that. Right up front, we just have like a couple more greens, including the trellis to give, you know, a little bit more to the front. And we will head on inside. All right, so as soon as we come in, well, first off, the notes say that this is a church of light. So I expect to see, okay, it is a little off to see some demon hunter branding. So I expect to see like lots of like holy looking things happening. We'll see how that happens to go. And of course, as a reminder, just in case some of these floors that might have this folk look, there is a persistent bug going on where some of the floors have been reset, which is quite unfortunate, but we'll just kind of like try to brush that out our minds as we do our visits. So as soon as we come in, you know, we're presented with that nice long hallway, and I'm curious about what's that over there. We'll see what that is in just a bit. We're invited to lay down our stuff, throw down the goods, disarm before entering. And again, we're invited to go down this hallway and go to our immediate left or right and see what's inside. So to me, this feels like kind of like the green room. Like you first come in, this is for like guests who are coming in. Just making up the story here. Guests who are coming in, it's like a waiting room as we get taken down to some other place in this Church of Light, which could double up as a living space, and barracks, and all sorts of other places. But it's a carved out space for folks like Miss Murgle and me to like hang have a spot of tea, enjoy ourselves as we wait to be invited a little bit closer inside. But yeah, nice warm setup. But here, right through this spot, we have a secluded area, which actually also happens to be kind of a light box. So I have a feeling that people can come in here, they can see, just the trees here, but hidden behind it, it feels like we're kind of like going past the fourth wall here. It's the boss. So the boss is there, after a long days of work, doing their thing. Yeah, so I feel like this is like a fourth, beyond the fourth wall sort of spot, which I think is cool. If I'm right, I'm gonna go with that. So let's go back through here. Down. Okay, now I gotta see. Okay. So from back here, like this almost looked like a bulletin board. Like, work with me here. Like, let's use some imagination here. These look like a quest board or something like that. And you see like all these little wanted posters or something like that. That's what I saw when I first came in. And so now panning over, I'm like, oh shoot, that was the window stuff. Okay. So again, here's the light box that was set up. And we have like the strong blues that come from these windows. Here's kind of the shot, right? And you can't see anything else behind it. So yeah, total fourth wall stuff happening there. Now let's return here, and we're greeted with this kitchen area. Very nice kitchen area. What I like about it is how the space it's fairly tight. It's not a huge space. It's not trying to be like too much, but we have a couple of kit bash things, including the stove, which includes like a crate for the most part. Yeah, but it's also, so that has like a very, very slight tilt to it right here, or at least it looks like it. I'm not sure if that was a natural thing or if they did it themselves. I think it's a natural thing, but I like how it has that little tilt there. I think that's quite charming. Burners are going, even though there's nothing being cooked right now, so this is incredibly unsafe, but at the very least, the fumes are being sucked up by the upside down fireplace right there. That's really clever, actually. Yeah, that works out because it has like the complete hole and everything, so it has everything that you need to convince yourself of this being a vent. Very good. All right, next we got a good old coffee maker. And we have stuff being prepped. Dry pantry right here. Huge shelf, by the way. It's that huge. Let you know. So a lot of stuff there. Complete with our fridge. Here we're kind of like, at least optionally, this would be if we're eating on our own. We're just kind of eating as we go. Because we got work and all that. Here's something a bit more presentable. So here we're having like family style. Family style, is that fishy? Yeah, we have family style sashimi plus vegetables. Right on. That's different. Family style sashimi, but it's all good. But back here we have this very dressed up Pandoran shelf. We have the greens at the back to serve as the background, gives us a little bit of a different color tone there, being dressed up with some more reds, and then of course we got drinks and. They added this I think that's a dark iron dwarf thing. No, it's a earthen candelabra, and they use that to skin the top of the whole wine rack. That's neat. That's pretty clever, and it fits for the most part. Yeah. Right back here, it looks like we have like some regular shelves. Yeah. Or not regular shelves, but they are just not secret, not leading us anywhere. But we are invited to go in a little bit further. Now I'm going to peek outside to the hallway for just a second. So it kind of gives us the idea, okay, there's going to be plenty more to explore there. We'll see if this leads us to like the loo. Because we have a doormat there. Which means we're led to somewhere else entirely. Oh, okay, we're led to a definitely different somewhere else entirely. We're outside. Oh, that's cool. Oh, this was a surprise. Wow. Okay, so maybe we won't go down that way yet, because I feel like there's going to be quite a bit to explore down that hallway. Ooh, this is going to be a big spot, man. And this does have a full budget. Oh, go this way first? Okay, so I am instructed to go down the city street first. That's how it's feeling to me. So I'm going to guess that this is supposed to be like stone floors for the most part, but let's see what's going on. So first off, we have the rocket store, or the engineering shop. Oh, nice setup. Good themes here. You know, we have some really strong themes for I hope to see in each of these spots. So we have like this basically a ladder we're climbing up. Oh, very extensive work with getting all these connections to work properly. Oh boy. And right up here in the workshop, yeah, more machine work. The whole garage thing. We're experimenting, we're building, we're hopefully not burning anything down. But yeah, very neat. So it's more like I'm seeing this as like shops. We'll see what's up there a little bit later too. So it's kind of like shops, but also kind of like celebrations of professions too. And each of these spots, you know, they made sure to give like this, you know, level of customization and personality that's more than just the sign. You know, we have like some pretty tasteful presentations of like things that help to give character and give distinctions between each of these places. And at least there's the sign, which also tells me that the builder has been very, very intense with the professional work. So here we have like the leatherworking and skinning sort of spot, and again, you know, very defining, very characteristic bits that define the place. So this happens to be. So this here is a stairwell room. The next room is vaulted though, so we're definitely going to see what's going on upstairs because we have like a bit more to explore. So we'll go up these stairs on the side, kind of like this side alley of sorts. And this is cool. This has that whole vibe of, you know, kind of like hidden shop. Oh, it's out of the way. You know, whoever's in here is like this grizzled shop owner, but they've been here for 70 billion years and they make the best things, but no one's heard of them. But no, it's an apartment. Okay. Psych. All right, so in this case, yeah, not so much. We just have an apartment set up. Oh, that's interesting. So there is a drop down here. Whoa. Okay. Can I go back up? No choice. We're all in now. Boop. All right. So now what will we discover? I don't know, actually. Uh-oh. Cushion chair? I'm not sure where to go from here. Because I had this whole drop down. Oh, not supposed to. Oh, it's all good. I can just actually come back in. Whoops. So ran into a bit of an error there. No big deal. That's housing life for you, dude. Sometimes we make unintended discoveries. It's like, ooh, a secret wall. Let's see what's behind there. Ah, oblivion. Got it. So next time, when that's open, just leave it open. Yeah. That's hella funny. Okay. So, apartment. We head inside, and up top here. Oh, we cross over to the other side. Oh, that's so tasteful. That is so cool. Great layout work. Great layout work. So it's another apartment setup, right? Yeah, another apartment setup. But it's not like, you know, they made this, again, very extensive. They were not messing around where they're like, okay, let's have like some more areas. And then they lowered the roof here as well. Because, yeah, we have like the sky up there, which you know, of course, it would make sense to want to lower this roof. Very clever. I find this layout to be extremely clever. And then here we enter a new room. That's neat because doing this climb, we're actually a little bit lower than we should be. And so we just climb up and then we step into an actual room. Neat. Oh, full trophy room with all the prey stuff. And then we enter a full home, looks like. So over in this spot, living room setup. Plans for Gilneas, who's hanging out here. Mr. Snuffles, hey, what's up? Enjoy some cheese and wine stuff, and I'm hungry. One gnome up there, so. Oh, more snackies, awesome. Yeah, like I said, dude, this layout's very windy, and there's like so much more like that's ahead of us. Like I don't know where we're going now. So we go through here, and now we're like, okay, now we're back inside the house. Oh boy, I have mostly lost my sense of direction here. So I think that's not even the front of the house. That is something else entirely. Okay, ooh boy. Bathroom on this spot, nice branding with an engineering stuff. Yeah, I think I might retreat because there's things are getting really windy here. But I'll try to keep track of where I'm going. Like I want to make sure that oh dude, I didn't even notice the battle station. Look at that, dude. Nice. Oh wow. Yeah, actually these are platforms. That's really smart actually. That's really smart. So we have a number of platforms being used, which is funny because it's like, oh man, platforms take up a lot of budget. But you know what? Having proper keys would also take up a lot of budget. So here we go, 5, 10, 50. Here's like a 30 budget keyboard. But man, that looks industrial. This looks like the kind of thing you can swing at someone and they're just gone. Right? It's like it's heavier than all the rest of this stuff. But yeah, in here, nice simple setup by using these 2 crates. Actually, there's 2 crates and then 1 bigger box that's making up the tower. So you have, again, this very industrial look to it. That's sick. He's gaming. He's playing Bejeweled or whatever. What do we have for our mouse? For our mouse, we just have what looks like a cushion. 2 cushions, probably. Nice. Really cool setup. No bed, though. Which is interesting. But maybe that's the point. Well, we don't need a bed. We don't sleep here. We game on, buddy. All right. So we're going to retreat back. Oh, there was the bed. Okay, so there was a bed. Yay. All right, so we're going to drop down from here. Boop. Oh, and that's outside. Okay, cool. So this will serve as a kind of like dead end, and that'll let us like turn back. So let's keep exploring this spot. So which shop is this one? I mean, I saw some hunter stuff, but this one happens to be, oh no, this is the leather working place that we were just at. So we have seen this one. Let's go this way. Yeah, because we explored that whole room. So now it looks like we're going into enchanting stuff. Loving the glows too. I mean, the glows pop really hard because we have the windows out here and we're seeing it from the inside. It's like, okay, that's cool too. The fact that we can see what's through the windows. So we'll go past the flower box right over here and see some enchanting-y stuff happening inside the spot. So they did their best to like create the whole Kirin Tor vibe, with the table, the plum table and everything. Very cool. We go through the shroud. We'll check out what's happening in the inscription spot. So of course, books and books and books. Heck yeah. Oh, and a puppy to guard the books or to tear them up if left unguarded. Yeah, again, really cool with the very distinct spots. All right. Let's can I put these back? All right, tuck those back in. So next spot. Okay, so we have an alleyway that way. Ooh, and a cave. Ooh. So I'm going to go straight though, because I know that this is going to, we'll be able to come back to that spot and then retreat further back. Because boy, yeah, a huge place. So now we have, what is this? I mean, it's alchemy stuff, right? Yeah, I think it's alchemy stuff. Flower boxes. Cool setups with the green rugs, by the way, because we have like this strong theme, to match the whole Kulturian greens. Looks like everything's thriving in here. You got your little, I was gonna say arboretum. No, you got your little greenhouse. Yeah, things are looking awesome over here. And then on this side, oh, wait, so which is which? So that's something. That's alchemy. That's also alchemy. It's not, but it's for it's specific for herbalism. Oh, come on, buddy. So here is the alchemy spot, and we're making all the good stuff: drinks, potions, poisons, what have you. Things are being ground down, turned into all sorts of stuff. Yeah, again, great theme, great theme. And then we venture outside. We're leaving town. We cross through very neatly into the skybox room. And then we have more profession stuff. So here's like all the blacksmithing and mining things happening here. And all the failed blacksmithing products. Awesome. We're just missing the Obliterum Forge. We just need that, and we'll be good to go. We also have our market for cooking. Hey, so the cooking's happening in this spot. Although we did pass by a pretty decent kitchen. It's just that this is the more public spot where we at least not exactly do the cooking, but we do some eating for sure. We're having pie. We're having coffee. I'm getting hungrier. Oh, and this is great. Love this transition out. Because sometimes this is all it takes. You just need to have like nice, big, convincing structures to close out the space. And they did it really well here. Because it starts off with like the walls that just sort of like transition out, but then they still have like, hey, cool, we're going out. There's this grassy area here as we leave, but like really clean angles here. And then things just simply extend out. The trees do a great job of covering the rest of the perspective, and then the Gilmain walls do the rest for the most part. There you don't see the walls, but you just have like other stuff out there that's helping to obscure everything, which leaves room for more stuff, such as this pond, which very unique here. They opted, instead of like just a rug, they went ahead with some bigger paving stones. They just did that to make that whole textured water effect. That looks really good. Other gatherings of stuff, including crystals and, hey, look, opals. Crystals and rocks. Fountain as a centerpiece. Really pretty. Really pretty. Not trying to, it's not trying to like overdo anything. We'll just have like this really solid setup. So, well done. But now we're going to go through that alleyway that was just to our right over here. And then we have some branding here to just kind of tell us, hey, you're going to enter like Herondar territory of sorts. Beware. Or be dazzled. Because now we're entering this sort of cavey area. Ooh, love the way that this is coming out. And we are, so we enter like this cave spot. Very Herondar. Oh yeah. And it's funny because it's like, this is all it takes. Just add in enough stuff and you can be very convinced that, okay, this is the sort of like biome we're entering here. So we have the tome that's helping to shine down, brighten up the spot a bit. But you have a lot of like ambient light and glows that's coming from like these lanterns up top here. And the texturing on new decor, of course, it just looks fantastic. Awesome blossom. All right, so let's retreat back some. And then now we'll try to re-examine and rediscover. Okay, cool. Let's get our bearings. And I probably won't go through that path. We'll see if I can like rediscover that connection, because I think things will interconnect. So we're gonna not resume on that upstairs path. We'll go back to the main hall, and we'll resume the exploration from there. Hopefully, we'll cover everything there. But yeah, this is a neat whole profession spot. Like, I love that they put in the efforts to create like not just like a room full of profession stuff, but like a whole darn like city block that brings that together. I thought that was very cool. All right, so now we return to the hall. We have lots of class celebrations here. We actually encounter, okay, here we go. Yeah, so now we encounter like this whole walkway that we were just at, and here it is blocked. So yeah, we've connected it all the way back to the start. But out here we have kind of like this indoor basketball court. Awesome. What did they do here? So they took the unlit filigree, they filled it up. That's dope. They filled it up with like a carrot colored set of cushions. And we have basketball. A very oddly stitched together basketball. But hey, I'm sold. Nice. Really nice. Also out here, we just have some greens and some stones to lead us into who knows what. I mean, at some point, we'll revisit back there and we'll see what's above. But for now, let's see what's inside this. Oh, here we go. So here is the Church of Light that they're alluding to. Ooh, that looks good. Flanked by some target dummies here. We cross through the table, the racks. There's the boss doing this thing. Oh, this is pretty. Wow. What I really enjoy about this particular presentation, like the word that comes to mind is soft. Like it has like these really like, it's not, washed out isn't the word that I want to use, but it has like these, again, these softer tones to it. But you can tell like it's a very intense looking glow. It's very imposing, like as a whole structure. Yeah, it has this like pastel-y look that doesn't try to like scream at you. A lot of what you see from Paladin stuff, it's very yellow. Right? It's very yellow. It's very bright. It's almost like oppressive with the lighting. Here, not so much. It's just very, very pretty looking. So let's get a little bit closer and try to do the breakdown. I mean, we do have like big pieces, tables on the side, curved tables, all shaped, you know, very meticulously placed to avoid the clip. And funny enough, you have these like extra tables here, which I'm guessing is to, again, help to obscure like some clipping, but it's just kind of a nice extra thing to have there. Another large table here in the center. And then you have clipped under it a little bit, a bunch of these rugs, rectangular rugs, circular rugs. And then you have like these larger, this larger set of curved tables to kind of round out the top of the shape. And then notice up top here, you have this whole custom roof. They closed everything off. Sometimes people use walls. In this case, they used platforms and then beams here to kind of like line the clip and, you know, to make all that look convincing. Very cool setup. It's a very cool setup. Nice and clean. As for the altar itself, you know, nothing too crazy. Here we are, speaking the good word. All our pews are set up, and on the sides, we'll take a closer look at some of this stuff, you know, a couple of little extras. Yeah, really pretty setup. Here's like a little something special for the Paladins. Draenei branding. So a quick word to Terrellian. So let's check out what is on the side here. What are they using to illuminate the windows? So it looks like there are certain textures that are bleeding through. So my guess, because I won't be able to, I can't click through stuff. I'm guessing they're like Ocker windows that are sized a certain way, because you have like, you know, this kind of like finger-sized glow that's coming here. So I'm just kind of guessing that's the shape, you know. And then here's like the same thing, but it's rotated onto the side, vertical, something like that. Yeah. So it's not the lighting that you see, but it's the glows. That's one of the distinctions that I was talking about in the lighting video that I did, that there's this kind of difference between how things pop out. And in this case, I'm thinking it's like those windows. Yeah, neat. All right. Oh, and then we're outside. Oh, look at that. So next to the chapel, all of a sudden, we go outside and we're presented with this huge presentation. I keep forgetting the name of this thing. Hollow Night Fae Shrine. Yeah, huge setup that they have here. It's like competing with the moon almost, because I'm immediately, you know, things immediately like close in and compel me to like move forward. So let's move forward. So from the looks of it, though, it's just like one little restful spot. Boop, 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 boop. Climb in, have a seat, vibe. Oh, check out the work here too. Nice work. Because it's a big structure. So now it's kind of funny too, is that it's a side room for the chapel, but it's using this Calderai brandy, which, you know, hey, it works. You know, whatever brings people inside, everyone's welcome. The top here we have chicken coops, followed by walls, and then these tables help to create that overhang structure. Neat. Very, very neat. I want Night Elf Paladins very bad. Good point. Very, very good point. Was that announced in the most recent patch announcement? Nope. It was not. Quite a bummer. I just noticed a little bit of detailing up there with the additional candelabras over those supporting beams. All right. Yeah, that's great. Love that look. I think I already took a number of screenshots of that. And then here, this nice little presentation too. We have these upside down and right side of windows with, I believe those are like just Calderai crates at the bottom there to create this flanking setup. Hunter thing up top. Very cool. All right, so now we're entering the stairwell room, but let's see what else there's to explore down here. Now here we have what feels to be, you know, kind of this more lived-in space. Folks are welcome to come in, hang out. I mean, there's a church just right outside, so, you know, people might be after mass or after like some event, you know, people come here, they vibe, relax, have a good time. Or they go out to the profession city and or, you know, like the market, get some stuff done there too. Maybe you go to the outside so they can get a bite to eat. So it has this whole like self-sustaining feel to it. Like I said, it's like a tiny city of sorts, or like a market. Ooh, check out that aquarium. So we just get to the top of the stairwell landing, and we have this nice setup. We have a lot of these little fish candle guys going. Down there we have like the poor Pandaren who's just like drowning down there, but they, whatever it takes to get the cherry blossom tree here, which kind of gives off a different, it gives off a different energy. This almost looks like kind of like a coral reef kind of thing. If I'm just looking at it, if I squint hard enough, it has that kind of feel to it. I think that's pretty neat. Yeah, and so we got like the green fishies, and then we have the window fishies. You know, that's kind of a popular choice too. And I think there's a Sam. I think no, I think that's just part of the net. Is there a Sam fishy down here? No, but great stuff with the greens. Love the angling because it gives that whole sense of, okay, stuff is just got kind of grown all over the place. Like it's an older aquarium, very established. And then we happen to also carve out a bedroom here. So it's an open air style sort of thing. Very impersonal. Like here I am, I have a one privacy screen, that's about it. But otherwise, nothing's being left out. So if there are folks down there, it's like after mass, it's early, someone's trying to sleep in, people getting rowdy downstairs, this guy's going to start getting rowdy himself. Then he's going to sick his Miss Murgle on folks. And that Miss Murgle is going to start murdering. Yep. All right. So now that we're up top here, we're going to... So we cross by these flower boxes. Very cool. Yeah, really filled out too. And I'm pretty sure this is just a closet space that we're passing by. They just wanted to fill it out, add a little bit more. And now we're doing this crossover. So now we've returned back to where, so here's where we were before. That was with like the whole gaming station and everything. So now I think we've effectively like looped around, and we might be able to, maybe we're intended to like jump across there, but I'll hold off on that for now. Let's go through. Okay, this is the bathroom that we just saw earlier too, but I did not try out the toilet. And here we are. Excellent. Now this is industrial. We got like this whole pullback kind of thing, right? Like you got to put some muscle into it in order to flush this thing, which means they had problems in the past, and now they just want to make sure that they cover their bases. All right, so let's cross here real quick, and now let's see what there is to discover on this end, because I think this is the only way to get this to this spot. Maybe. I don't think there's a secret behind here, right? Yeah. All right, so what sort of room is this? I mean, first off, it's a cool room because we have this like fantastical like flower box here too. The cactus is the star. Everyone else is just their groupie. They're just hanging out. And so big highlights on the flower box here. And as we get closer, we discover that this is this sort of like ledged room. Now, they did have the platform there for us to jump over. So for all we know, while this is a place that houses Church of Lights, we did see at the beginning of this build, there was like some Demon Hunter branding, right? So I'm seeing here, like, okay, it's going to be happening here too. Or I'm sorry, this is like where the Demon Hunter lives. So this is the boss's place, maybe. Obviously making stuff up, but I'm going to say that I'm right. All right, so going around here, we have this nice spread outside too. Another big flower box, nicely skinned, plenty of stuff outside, very filled out. And again, so this build, aside from the chapel, aside from the church, there's nothing that's like super like over the top or trying to take the attention away from everything. It feels like things direct itself back to that church. And others, we have lots of pleasant presentations of these different rooms. Loved the whole profession alley. That was cool.